Well, boys and girls, it's another episode of Riding with Killer, laid up on the couch with my boot. Anyway, I'm back home. I got my boot back on now that I'm off the road. Anyway, not much riding today. It was dark and wet and really, truly just didn't want to be dark and wet. It wasn't one of those days where it's like, woo, we got to ride. No, I'm going to start off today, unfortunately, with bad news. For anyone from my generation. Okay. One of the nicest people, male or female, that you would consider a star that I've ever met, and I've met a few. Some of them have been nice, some of them have been standoffish, some of them have been, get it over with kind of deal. But Dawn Wells, the actress that played Mary Ann, and I know this has nothing to do with motorcycles, but the actress that played Mary Ann passed away today at I want to say she was 82. I don't know for sure. She still looked like she could have went out and played Mary Ann, for that matter, due to COVID. It's been all over the Gilligan Island fans website, of which I am a member, and other things. Dawn Wells, I was a little too young to see them when they first come out. I saw them on reruns. They used to play here in St. Louis on KPLR TV. Now they're on MeTV. Paramount Network, I think, reruns them. I don't know for sure. But me and Joyce had the chance to meet her in DeSoto a few years ago. And people were kind of putting the rush act on her. Oh, you got to be here. You got to be there. We got to get you to the airport to get on your plane. And she's like, no. No, I went to the big dinner last night, and it's my fault I run late. It's y'all's fault I run late. It ain't these people's fault. So I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to sign every single autograph. I'm going to talk to anybody about what they want to talk about. I'm going to have my picture made with anybody that wants their picture made. I'm going to sell every t-shirt we got in those boxes. And I got one, and I got it autographed. I'm a Mary Ann man, autographed by Miss Dawn Wells. She was a true lady about it. And she was cuter than Tina Louise. I don't care what anybody says. Dawn Wells herself even said, Tina Louise was a woman for a man. Dawn Wells would have been your buddy. She would have been the girl you took to prom. She was the girl you could take home to mama. She really, truly was a great woman. And next to Willie Nelson, Emmylou Harris, Richard Petty, and a couple others. Arlo Guthrie, for one, about signing autographs, talking with people, and sticking around way past the time they needed to. She ranks right up there. So now you're finally off the island. Go make some coconut cream pie for everybody and rest and relax. You ain't sick no more. Say hi to Gilligan and the professor and Skipper and Mr. and Mrs. Howell. And F you, COVID. You can quit now. You can quit. Tired of you. Go back to China. Don't need you here no more. They can't get that damn vaccine out fast enough. Anyway, now, back to some other news. Yeah, we didn't ride today. It was cold and wet. I could have. I mean, I've got enough warm gear. Yeah, I could have rode. But no, it's cold and wet, icky, and horrible. So why even bother, really? Kind of deal. Trying to change TV channel here. No, I don't want to watch channel 444. Come on, there. Now, but it's good to hear that some restaurants are going to get to open up again in St. Louis and some bars. Yay, Charlotte. And hopefully the New Year's will be better. Now is the time where we reflect on everything. I was going to say, what's the best event you've been to this year? I didn't go to that damn many events. Everything was closed. I would say, honestly, the best event this year that I went to, honestly, was probably a toss-up between the Statesman South Poker Run and the Springfield Mile and the Toy Run. And the little benefit deal that we had, but that's tooting my own horn, and I ain't going to do that. Because those were the only 3 events I went to. Hopefully 2021 we'll get to go to something and get to go somewhere. I've got trips planned. I got things I want to do. I want to try to get to Vegas for the Victory reunion if I could get a motor in the Big Girl before then. It's like, come on. We could start indoor dining January 4th, but only at 25% capacity. And this is in St. Louis County. Jeff County, we've had indoor dining. Anyway, but that's for people here in Missouri and a lot of people that are watching this, if anybody's watching it, if anybody gives a damn. We've had indoor dining. So, now we're going to get to the best bike you rode of 2021. Okay, I only rode one bike that wasn't mine in I take that back. I rode 2 bikes that weren't mine in 2020. One of them, I got to ride an Indian Challenger, which, if Victory had stayed alive, if Polaris hadn't killed Victory to have Indian, would have been, I feel, the replacement for the Vision. And it's a good bike. If you get on it thinking you're going to be riding a traditional, retro, modern Indian, you're not. You're not. You're it's a Scout motor, which is loosely based on the Octane motor, and it's got quite a giddy up go in the horsepower and rev department. It's a little bit more giddy uppy and it's a bit lighter, actually, even though it is a water-cooled motor, than the Big Chief is. The frame works tremendously well. Everything works tremendously well on it. It's a good bike. Would I buy one at the cost they're asking for it? No. And it ain't saying it ain't a good bike. I'm just saying I wouldn't buy one. The other bike I rode, I did get to ride a Livewire. I have ridden a Zero in the past. And much like the Zero, except a little bit more refined, the Livewire's fun, but is a really weird riding experience. One, there's no clutch. Two, the transmission is, for lack of a better term, a in-out box. You're either in gear or you're in neutral. That's it. It's fluid. I would say it's electric. Of course it's electric. It's an electric motorcycle. It's really, really fluid power. You let go of the brake, you roll the gas, and you're down the road. And quick. Not fast. I ain't saying it ain't fast. I mean, I'm sure to do 100 mile an hour. I ain't saying it ain't fast. I'm saying it's quick. It's like 750cc Super Sport quick. It will get you there. Right now. If I didn't have a chance to take one out on a quarter mile, I'd love to. I bet you stock without dinking with it. Not that I would know how to mess with it because it's electric. I don't know how you would throw a tune on one of these things. But I'm betting without dinking with it, this is probably the quickest Harley Davidson ever made. I'm betting it would run low 11s in the quarter without a bar or without anything because it's quick. It has the same downfall of every other electric bike. You got to charge the damn thing in. You got to plug it in and charge it and let it charge up. So you're really limited in your trips. I mean, I was thinking, my Sportster, I get 50 miles to the gallon. The big girl, I get 45 miles to the gallon to and from work. So you're looking at probably, honestly, maybe a trip and a half or 2 trips, maybe a 200-mile round trip on your charge. I don't know for sure. I only rode it about 75 miles. They are stupid fun. But at the price they're asking for them, they ain't that much stupid fun. Okay? It would be stupid, in my opinion. Now, along those lines, I'm going to get back to another thing. The best deal all around new motorcycle. I still feel, and I will get arguments on this, but I will stand by it, and it's still on topping out my list of like, what will I buy next if I buy a new bike? Right now, my money's going into putting a new motor in the big red girl and hop up stuff to the Sportster. Although both of those happening at the same time really ain't happening at the same time. We ain't got that kind of money. Not unless manna from heaven. But there are other things that manna from heaven could go to. That would be fun manna from heaven. But, but along those lines, the bike, the bike that I would spend the money on, if I could, would be a new 650 Interceptor from Royal Enfield. Ooh, you can't say Interceptor. The 650 International Twin. All around great bike. You can buy one every day at a dealer if you can find one. There's one in Columbia. There's one in St. Louis. You can buy one for well under $7,000. And here's the little sneaky part. And I double checked this. I don't know how you would do it for sure. A lot of it depends on your credit rating. But S&S Cycle makes a dealer install. Now, it has to be put in at the dealer. So you buy it, they ship it to the dealer installs it. I'm sorry about that, folks. I got an itchy nose. An almost a 900cc big bore kit for a 650 motor that put a tuner on it, put the S&X pipes on it, which they make a sweet, sweet sounding set of pipes. Heard them at the Springfield Mile this year. Little reverse cone. Ooh, sexy, sweet sounding pipe. And you're making right at 90 horsepower. The bike only weighs about 450 pounds. 90 fuel injected, by the time you got all that done, you're going to be tapping the door of $9,000. And if your credit's good enough, you can get it financed. Okay. You're talking, and above all that, if done at the dealer and okayed through Royal Enfield, you're talking full 3-year warranty. Giddy up, go, get you some of that. Whoops, shouldn't have said that. Fast and loud, gas monkey. Sorry, guys. Anyway, that, souping up a used Sportster like I'm doing, things like that are your budget ways to get into bikes. Because once again, we're looking at this where we're starting 2021 out with, Harley's coming out with this. They got a new Sportster in the works. They're coming out with the Pan America. Honda's got the new 1100 Rebel. And I'll tell you what, I've seen pictures of it. It's ugly. I ain't pulling nobody's leg on this. It's ugly. But if they can make an 1100 parallel twin Rebel that makes the right noises and rides the right way and get it out to people for under $9,000, like the Indian Scout 60 is, or Scout 90, whichever one it is, 60. The Scout 60 is. Harley's got some trouble on their hands. They need to get a bike out, and a bike they'll stand behind. I mean, a bike they'll promote the living crap out of. Not like they did with the 500 twin and the 750 twin. That way they didn't sell gangbusters the first year. They let them die on the vine and let them be used for rider classes. I mean a legit bike that is sporty enough young people will like and that is affordable. Personally, I think the Pan America is one of their worst decisions yet, since they didn't make the VR1000R, the road race bike, into a street legal super sport bike that they could have done back in the mid-90s before they came out with the V-Rod. Look, yeah, you use the V-Rod as a base for all your drag race equipment. People didn't like the V-Rod that much. People wouldn't have liked the sport bike thing, but you would have had a contender to contend with the Japanese sport models and the Ducatis and such. The adventure bike market is already overloaded. Everybody and their damn brother makes an adventure bike, and truthfully, the Kawasaki KLR 650, the big BMW, and the Triumph have it locked up. You're not going to pickaxe your way into their market. You're just not. So, instead of spending your money on that with the new motor, spend your money on taking what you've already got, an 883 Sportster, make it sporty, put good suspension on it, good brakes on it, do what everybody does to theirs when they get it. Make it a 1275 out of the factory and sell a calf version of it, a regular version of it, and a chopper version of it, a bobber version of it, and sell it for under $9,000. You could do this, Harley Davidson. You know dang well you could. Because if you don't, you're not going to have a market in 10 years that's going to be buying your big overpriced baggers. Now, this will probably be my last post, maybe, till New Year's. I hope to be able to ride on New Year's. I want to say, hope that everybody had a Merry Christmas. I know I did. I want to say, stay safe. If you're out in public and you can't safe distance, and this is not a political statement. It's not. Really, truly. But if you don't know who you're around and you can't, and you're out in public, if you're at Walmart or something and you just got to go there, or Dollar General or something, wear your damn mask. Please. Don't nobody need to be no sicker. Be safe on the roadways. Look out for motorcycles in the wintertime. We are out there. Please, be nice to each other. And peace, love, and motorcycles, and a happy new year. And hopefully 2021 we'll all get to see each other out on the road. Riding with Killer, peace, love, and motorcycles. I'm gone.